Yeah, we finna talk about these aliens tonight. Well, this particular show is called The Man Who Fell on Earth. I mean, y'all, the reason why I'm stuck on the movie, on the show, is because it has a lot of resemblance to my Reiki healing. Because I had a Reiki healing. I'm going to do a video on that. But basically, a portion of the first episode is like it touched my Reiki healing. Okay? All right. So, the man who fell on Earth, it starts out. Now, this is a sci-fi. I don't know if y'all, we about to dive out of the Matrix now. Cause, you know, I did, we can say dive in on the other part on the Matrix. But I'm just saying, we not doing P-Valley, Southern, playalistic. We on AT Alien side. We on, you know, you got Outcast and you got the AT Alien side. So now we finna jump in on some sci-fi. And this is what I'm finna tell my people. Hey, we finna get off on a deeper, not on a deeper, but on the other side, on the side that some people scared to talk about. So you got this side of the world and you got this side of the world. So we finna go on this side of the world, cause in this first episode, man, this thing banged in so hard. If you know me, you know I like sci-fi. I like different odd types of movies, documentaries. That's why I do documentaries. Excuse me, y'all. I've been drinking water. Drink your water. Cause you gonna find out in this movie, this right here. Yeah, drink your water. So it starts off with the guy who's the main character. We're gonna call him Fairway because he takes the name Fairway. But the main character is Chiwetel Ejiofor. Y'all know him. He played in 12 Years a Slave. Yeah, 12 Years a Slave. He been playing a lot of movies. Y'all know him. Okay, he's the black English guy playing all these movies. But it starts off with him like telling his story, because he's the narrator. He's telling the story on how he got here. His character is a alien slash android slash extraterrestrial, whatever aliens or outer beings we want to be called. And I know this ain't got nothing to do with religion, but you know, this is gonna be talked about in this show, because they already on episode 6, and I'm on just telling y'all about episode 1. So anyway, let's just gonna get to it. So he's coming in to Earth like a comet. Like the graphics it reminds you almost like Superman mixed with a little bit of Men in Black. So it's Superman. You know how Superman comes in with his green kryptonite. This is and then you know this movie is a remake, and I like the fact that the actor Chiwetel said that this movie is not a remake; it's an extension, which means in the first movie, which was made like 40 years ago, you had David Bowie as the main character, a white man. So here we come, y'all. We in 2022, and yes, I can be a conspiracy theorist sometime. So hey, we gonna talk conspiracy talk. If you don't want to talk, get out the room, baby, because we finna talk conspiracy talk within this movie. We finna talk religion within this mood, this show. So anyway, he comes in. He has to come to this planet to save his planet. And really, when he comes in, it's almost like rebirth. I told y'all they was gonna have a rebirth within this. I'm talking to my conspiracy theory people. They was gonna have a rebirth. They already did a little rebirth with the podcast man. You know who really didn't care for. Well, I'm gonna just say he didn't know how to communicate well about women. I don't really care for him. I don't even want to say his name, but anyway, it was almost like, is he dead? Is he alive? So when this movie starts, it's almost like this being is coming from another planet. He has to come to this planet to save his planet. And to me, that's the only way outer beings come in to this planet to assist. So he's coming in to assist this planet and his planet. And as he's coming in, his body is changing formation. Think about when a baby comes. So when a baby comes here, the baby is not in the same formation that it starts off. So he starts off as his original being, but in order for him to be on this earth, he has to change and to live life as a being like us, you know, because this is the only way you can live here is being a being like us. So let me look like them. Let me talk like them. Let me act like them. So you really see in the graphics when he come in, he looks like an extraterrestrial, but in a human being body. But he has cat eyes. He's a dark man, afro hair. But then his human eyes come in, skin, his human skin, all that. He had to change up. But then think about when a baby comes here. When a baby comes here, they know nothing about this environment. They only act on emotions. The feeling that's inside of them. That's how babies react. Their first reaction is cry. Uh, facial expressions of showing a feeling. So now you have this being that's here that knows did not come here through a human being, but came here through um a force of helping, assisting. So I don't have the characteristics or the emotions of a human. I just have the look of a human. He comes in, he actually changes his body in the belly of this earth and transforms, and then he's on his way, you know, like a baby. He don't know nothing. He don't know nothing, but he do know he hungry like a baby. So he goes, he finds water. So this being knows that he hears it, he sees it, I need it. And he puts a hose pipe so far down in his throat. He on this man property. You don't know you're a black man on earth. On earth, y'all. That's crazy how I say that. You are a black man on earth, a black human being on earth, and you in a white man yard with his hose pipe down your throat. He calls the police. He ready to shoot you. The police come. You butt naked. Now remember, he straight off out of the universe, butt naked, with a hose pipe. And then he tell him, you know, the police, of course, they didn't shoot him, but they put the stun gun on him, and he's in the police station now. Now he's in the police station, don't know how to ask questions, but he knows he's on a mission, and his mission is to find Justine Falls. Now it switches over to Justine Falls. Justine Falls is a scientist who was working on fusion, quantum fusion, and I think she had a rough time trying to get her project off the ground. Come to find out, you can see in her family dynamic that she must have failed at what she was trying to do. Now she needs this money. She's taking care of her dad. He's sick. She has a daughter. So she's trying to find the best work she can, and look like she work on a waste field, some type of scientific waste field. Maybe they doing some type of studies out there, but she barely getting paid, and it look like they live in the desert. But on the other side of town, you got this alien. The police asked him what his name. He took the police name Fairway, said his name was Fairway. But everywhere he go, y'all, he's drinking water. His body is desiring this water, 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 water. Like, goddamn, I need water. The connection with the black beings that we are is so connected when I come to this part. Well, for me, it is because I know we all come from a source. But what I'm trying to say is, he first of all, um, he's looking for Justine Falls, right? Justine Falls, because she has information that he needs to help his planet, his dying planet. So he tells the police that he need this girl, give the phone number. Like, he has these numbers already. He's already he's from another planet. He already know. He knows dimensions, numbers. Girl, girl, boy, whoever I'm talking to, all of y'all out here, watch this show. If you like, it's like, hey, the information, the time that we in now in 2022, the information is flowing in so many movies now. I mean, I know I didn't pay attention as a child, for real, even as a young adult, but now it's like, let's tell them, tell them, tell them, because if you don't believe now, what do you believe? So now, they get to the point, they go and call Justine. She comes to the police station. She like, I don't know who this man. He was like, I need you. And he started mentioning her thesis. And she was like, you a science freak. You hunt down scientists, or whatever. I guess she was saying that he liked to just stalk scientists or whatever. But he knew a lot of information about her work. And that was shocking for her, but then that was the only way he could be released. Now remember, y'all, this man don't know nothing about emotions. He don't know nothing about nothing. He's almost like a person who has Asperger's. Like some people who have, and I'm not trying to offend people who have Asperger's. I know, I used to work at a school, so I know how the look of a Asperger's child is. It's almost how can I say it? It's like everything is routine, and that's kind of like how he's acting. Like, cause even the girl was like, it's things that he say to people that's rude. Like, you wouldn't even say these type of things to people, and he just because he knows the future. He can read your body. He can tell if you sick. He told one, I ain't gonna get off up in there, but let's continue with the first episode. Now, on the first episode, she leaves him to go check on her, cause she was like, I don't know him. But then he knows that he has to do this telepathic communication with Newton. It gets a little deep, yeah. Newton is the scientist, yes. Newton is the one who sent him down here to Earth to get the information and get Justine Falls' theses and put that actual theses to work. So when he go, cause he has to make this telepathic message to Newton, but it has to be done in a certain way. Y'all, when y'all see how he has to make this message to, I mean, how he has to give or receive this message in the show, you're gonna be amazed. First of all, this was what caught me on my Reiki healing. when he know he needed the tools, it was like you know the little thing where you search for different type of metals in the ground. He had that. He had some headphones and like a radio transmitter or something like that. Okay, he knew it was in the pawn shop. He looked up to the sun, opened his mouth wide open, and a gold ring popped up out of his mouth. And then he threw up a whole bunch of gold, like gold rings everywhere. Gold, gold, gold. In my Reiki healing, I know the lady who did my Reiki healing. I'm gonna put her name in the comments. So if anybody want to go to Atlanta, if y'all want to go to Atlanta and get it done, I went to her on my birthday last year, and it's like I had to travel so far, and that's why this movie kind of touched me, because you actually watching him travel. And when in my Reiki healing, I was actually traveling, but it was you looking at this movie, I'm actually doing the traveling. So it's nothing like what you see. It's all about what your mind see, what you see in your mind. So in my mind, I seen myself zooming through these tunnels, zoom, zoom, like real fast, and I was zooming so fast through the tunnels. All of a sudden, it was like a calm moment. I could see the moon, like cloud. You know how the cloud will go over moon and then you don't see it, but then it was like a moon. And then all of a sudden, I started getting warm. And then it was like people started busting through the door with gold. Like gold. The room turned gold. Gold everywhere. These people were, and I couldn't really see their faces, but it was like they was bringing in all this gold, and they was just putting gold everywhere on me, on my feet, on my arms, on my ankles. I mean, it was so much gold on me that my whole body turned gold, and so it's almost like the other side of myself was like, yes, I'm so happy I'm at home. I can actually hear myself saying, oh, I'm so happy I'm at home. Yes, I'm at home. Yes, 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 I made it. And that's the crazy part in my record healing, because I can hear, I guess, my subconscious mind just being like my conscious and subconscious mind. One was looking at the other like, girl, you can't hype off of that. That's what you wanted to do. Like, that's what's wrong with you. You wanted to go home. So in this movie, when he threw up, he looked at the sun, and of course, once my record healing was over with, y'all, she asked me what did I learn, and I told her, I said I learned that I missed home, and she was like, home? I said, yeah, I'm from the sun. I really miss home. Everybody missed me and I missed them. I did a lot of crying at the end because I wanted to stay. I didn't want to come back to this planet. And I know I'm talking to my people who can understand me on this level. I didn't really want to come back here. So I started crying. I was pissed that I had to come back here. Pissed. Like, I wanted to fight somebody. I wanted to hurt. And then it was like, almost like, you gotta come back, because there's certain things that you have to do that you haven't done. You still have some more of this journey to do. And I'm like, what? You want me? This is I want to be at home. You want me to go back over there? I don't know them people like that. So I'm not trying to be funny, y'all, but that's what I'm just saying. When I had that Reiki healing, then when I seen this show, I was like, what the fuck? Who put this in this show? Who put these gold rings in this show? Because That's what I remember. I mean, when I seen them gold rings, all I can remember when them people were giving me these rings, until I actually turned a golden person. I'm gold. So, but then let me just say, once he did that, he was able. He knew how much weight gold was worth. He knew how much money that lady in the pawn shop was supposed to pay him. She also started smoking a cigarette. He knew the chemical. It almost killed his ass. He was looking crazy. So his body actually is a pure, clean body. Um, and another thing is, so she gave him the money. He walking down the street. He don't know nothing. He don't know no value or nothing. Money flying in the air. These two dudes see him walking down the street in the desert. They got down, seen that money. They beat the shit out of him. The girl passing by, just so happened the girl is passing by. The scientist Justin, she passing by. So then she goes and try to save him, which she does. And then he kept telling her he had to go to. It was time he had to go to this place. So he going to the place, and it's a tornado coming, and she like, are you crazy? We're not going to a tornado. Are you serious? You finna walk up? And she left his ass, but then she ended up coming back because she felt sorry for him, because she really think he's on the spectrum, because she did say she think he on the spectrum. But kind of find out he actually goes up in it. He knows the formation of different things in nature where you can actually telepathically be in a time and communicate with other beings. So he went up in the eye of that tornado, and he was telepathically talking to New. Yeah. And Newton was telling him, the reason why he sent him to Earth is because they kind of took over his company. They ain't kind of, they did. They took off his company, and the government patented his work as they took his work and patented it and getting paid for it. And now he wants him to go back. It kind of giving him the business, but it's something behind Newton. I don't. Is he an alien too? How are you? Or are you a time traveler? Yeah, I be watching stuff like that. That's what made me think, like, cause I do think it's time travelers here. You don't know what's here on this planet. Yeah, my glass is crooked. That been crooked, but I like it like that. You don't know what's here on this planet called Earth. And if your brain is just limited to whatever your grandparents or your parents or your church religion told you, then I'm sorry. I know some people do need religion in their life to get by. I know they do. And it's some good religions out here. Hey, I think it was made in good intention, but it turned into control. So you're gonna see in the series, if you watching it as it progresses, how he kind of like they pray to somebody. Like, why? He don't really understand it. I guess because he feel like we all come from source. So you are source. You are God. God is you. So you are your own source of God within you. But y'all gotta watch it. It is good. And I'm glad that the characters are black, smart, scientists, sci-fi, um, extra, extraterrestrial, celestial, whatever you want to call it. It's almost like you know how they said that black angels be watching over the planet. That's what it made me think about. Cause the black angels I mean, I don't know if a lot of people into this, but they were They say they were like 12 feet tall, darkness, like darkest the galaxy. So this is kind of, and then the whole time he's doing commentary about his journey here, and Justine and who she is. He's doing this commentary about it, and you can tell how you're like, how he get to here, but he started right here. But we're gonna keep watching it. So I'm gonna do episode 2 tomorrow because I want to catch up to 6 because they on 6, y'all. So y'all check it out. I think y'all gonna like it, and I'm gonna talk about it tomorrow. So hey, well, no, I'm gonna do another video tomorrow and put it out the next day so we can catch up because it'll be, maybe I could do 2 episodes, 2, 2, 2, and then I do, okay, we'll catch up. Maybe I might have to do a couple the next video might have to be a couple of them in one. But y'all check it out. It's some good stuff on TV. Hey. So I like to dive. What I'm trying to say, I like the best of both worlds. We could dive into some real good stuff. We can dive into the documentaries, educational. We can dive into the sci-fi, the other world. We can dive into a whole bunch of stuff. But y'all leave y'all comments. Let me know if y'all like it. Give me some more information about what y'all want to talk about. Because I'm here and I'm going to do some hot topics. Because we do need to talk about what's going on. Let's talk about it. Talk to y'all later.